on your horse. Stay tuned for that story straight ahead.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena, Rolle, as always. Good to have you with us. Topping news: the quiet Easter holiday weekend marred by a fatal stabbing in the Garden Villas community. Police say they have few details to go on, and they are looking to the public for help in this case. It was a quiet scene in Garden Villas area on Tuesday afternoon when our news team visited the area. But just hours before, according to press liaison officer Teresita Pinder, a man was stabbed to death in that area commonly known as the ghetto.
Officers met a dark male clad in dark shirt, dark trousers that is, and a camouflage sweater with stab wounds about the body.
Pinder says when police officers arrived on the scene, a number of witnesses were still present, witnesses who were tight-lipped on the incident.
When officers arrived to the scene, they met a small amount of persons gathered at the area where the young man laid. At this time, we are still gathering as much information as possible, but we are still appealing to the general public for anybody with any information that could assist us with this investigation of this matter.
The press liaison officer says at this point it is unclear whether this latest fatal stabbing incident took place inside or outside the building.
We have no idea as to who it is as yet. Information is still sketchy. We're still trying to gather as much information as possible. But the young man is believed to be in his 20s, maybe. Dark male. That's as much as we know right now.
But she says to bring this matter to a close, the public must intervene. She stresses that any and all information will be kept in the strictest confidence.
When we have matters of this magnitude, officers rely on intelligence gathering, where we seek the public's assistance in giving us information. No matter how minute or small the information may be, that may be the lead that we need to solve this matter. In Freeport, Grand Bahama, I can assure you that when the public gives us information, it is kept confidential. And I think that's one of the reasons why we are so successful in our solvency rate, because the mere fact that we work hand in hand with the public, with the Grand Bahama community, and confidentiality is established.
Still on news from the crime beat, police are searching for two suspects who they want to question for robbery with violence. A man reported that while in the Freeport area around 9 p.m. on Sunday, he was attacked by two males. The attackers, described as slim-built, reportedly beat him up about the body before robbing him of cash. Police are investigating. And in the meantime, police officials are also investigating human skeletal remains that were found in the Xanadu Beach area. Inspector Teresita Pinder spoke to our news team about this startling discovery.
On Thursday, the 2nd of April, shortly after 1 p.m., police were called to the Xanadu Beach area where human skeletal remains were found. At this time, police has no more information to give the public on that as yet, because as you know, with skeletal remains, we need a pathologist report to say to us certain things before we could go further investigation into that matter.
Pinder says a pathology report will give police a better understanding on the specifics of the remains.
At this time, we're waiting for the pathologist report as to if it's a male or female and the exact cause of death as to that situation.
What about persons who may have someone missing? Would they need to call police at this time or not yet?
At this time, we need to wait for the pathologist report to confirm, to at least shorten the gap as if it's a male or female and the age bracket the male or female may be in. And then from there, we'll be able to go from there. But at this time, we are not sure as yet until we have the pathologist report to confirm certain things.
Now, while police try to establish the identity of the remains found on the beach, the search continues for a young man who hasn't been seen for more than 2 weeks. 25-year-old Gianni Antonio Demerit of South Bahamia was last seen in the area of Bremer Drive on Saturday, March 21st. At that time, he was wearing brown short jersey pants. Demerit is described as 6 feet 1 inch tall, about 150 pounds, slim-built, dark complexion, and a low haircut. If you can help police locate Gianni Antonio Demerit, you should contact 350-3107 or 8-911-919 or your nearest police station. Switching gears now, City of Freeport Local Government Council investing in the development of a park for one of the newest subdivisions in the city. This project is just one of many to be undertaken ahead of the busy summer period. Before the start of summer, the empty lot in the Sunrise subdivision will be transformed into a community park for residents in the area. Chief Councilor Shavita Campbell says it is the first tenure that they have awarded for the development of parks.
It's a great day for us and the residents in Sunrise subdivision that we are able to bring them a park that's long awaited for. We are glad to say that today we are signing a contract for the development of this park area. Along with that, we also have persons who will be constructing bus shelters within the East Grand Bahama. We are here being sensitive and responsive to the needs of the people, and we are here to continue to serve the people.
Councilor for Central Grand Bahama Marco Carey and Councilor Frazette Gibson says for years these residents had to do without a park, and they are pleased to come true on their promise.
The residents of Sunrise should be very pleased that finally they will receive a community park that their children can be a part of, they can play on rather than cycling on the streets and playing on the streets, which is very unsafe. And so it is our duty as councillors of the City of Freeport to ensure that our residents play in a safe place. And one of those safe places will be here at the community park for every resident of Sunrise that you can see is very filled with houses and children in this constituency.
We have a basketball court. Gazebo is being donated by the Member of Parliament for this area, Mr. Grant, and we're going to have a walk-in area also and a bathroom block. That's all entails the whole scope of works for this area.
Councilor for East Grand Bahama Navarre Smith says that's not all. A contract was also awarded for 3 bus shelters in the Eastern District.
This is something that I also promised the residents of East Grand Bahama during the last campaign, that we will build bus shelters and hotspots throughout the constituency so that if it rains or if it's extremely hot, residents that are waiting on a bus or other transportation would have a comfortable area to gather and to wait on their rides.
The park contract was awarded to Frederick Jervis of Coral KFL as well as 1 bus shelter. The remaining shelters contract were awarded to ELR Construction as well as Wilfred Bevins of Canuck Builders. Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.